Hey family, welcome back. It's me, Maya, Rooted Vines. Y'all, I've been gone for a minute. I apologize. All right. I said I'm sorry. I am sorry. I've been gone for a minute. Life has been life, and I don't know. I always use that as an excuse, but it's true. Life do be life. And so I'm in school now, still trying to run Rooted Vines, and I got a few other things going on. So please forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. I am going to do my best to try and stay on top of it from now on. I got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm trying to get my schedule together. But before I even get into this, number one, I am Maya from Rooted Vines, holistic teas and herbs. All right. Number two, I want to say thank you for all of those that continue to support me, even though I wasn't regular on my channel. It, it touches my heart. Number three, I want to say how proud I am of all of y'all. Oh my gosh, Keisha, the motivator, Healthy Kitchen Wizard, Selena, the Celestial. Oh my good, Creators Corner. You guys are just, you have come a long way from where you started. And so many others. If I left you out, please forgive me because y'all, I turned 50 in October and now my mind don't want to work. So I can't remember a lot and I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. And I apologize, okay? I apologize. But I want to say that you guys really inspired me. It just shows that if you are consistent and you are dedicated and you show up, people will come and support you. And so I just want to say, you guys, all of you guys that I have followed and watched, and I do still watch, even if I'm not actually commenting, I do catch you guys. And so I just want to say you're killing it out there and it's amazing and you are inspiration to me. Now, now that I've said that, I want to say this. Today, I'm going to be talking about the difference between tea leaves and herbal teas. Number one, I want to apologize. I figured everybody knew about tea because I knew about tea. But just because you know something, just because you have a certain skill set, doesn't mean everybody knows about it. Now, maybe that makes sense to you guys, but it didn't make sense to me. And so I figured I was really like holding back because I was like, this is a subject everybody knows about. But while I was out here, not on YouTube and traversing the land, I found out a lot of people don't know about tea. They don't know the foundation of tea. And so that gave me new life that I could come on and feel more confident in sharing with others about tea and about herbs. So, um, I guess it was worth it because it really showed me a lot about myself, how I felt about myself, the knowledge that I have. Sometimes we shrink ourselves, and people are wanting the information that we have, and we are thinking inside of our head that what we have is not worth anything and nobody wants to hear about it, right? But that can't be true because I get on Facebook all the time and I see a bunch of nonsense being put out there. And they have no problem telling people what they think or whatever. And so, why should I shrink, especially if I have knowledge that can help you, that can help your mind, your body, and your spirit? Tea is a form of transformation. And I am a big um, a, advocate of self transformation, self motivation. If you've watched any of my older videos, I talk more about that than I talk about tea because I have literally transformed my life. So I know for a fact that it can be done. Tea was a little bit different because everybody could be on different levels from tea. So I thought, this is something everybody drinks, everybody knows about. And it was a lie. I was lying to myself because I didn't want to show up. Honey, I'm transparent 100%. When I dig down deep, I just didn't want to show up. But I do want to show up. I want to show up as my authentic self, and I do want to share this information now that I understand that not everybody knows about it. So, you guys, we're going to get started today and we're going to talk about tea 101. All right? So, let's get into this. Again, my name is Maya. I'm from Rooted Vines, where we sip with intention to nourish our bodies and honor the wisdom and the wisdom that nature gives us, that gifts us. I want to say not just give, but it is truly a gift. Okay. So today we're going to talk about again the difference between herbal teas and tea leaves, which I truly did not realize not everybody had this information. So again, I apologize. It was my fault. I was wrong. All right. So let's start off with this. What is tea? All right. When we say tea in the true botanical sense of things, we really are talking about a plant that is called Camellia uh, sinensis. And I hope I said that right. I don't be saying long words, certain words right. Okay. Y'all be knowing. Okay. Don't act like you don't know. Y'all be knowing. All right. So, anyways, so that is what we're really talking about. So I want you to grab your favorite cup of tea. Go ahead, get your tea together. Take a deep breath. Because, Lord, I needed it. And let's steep some knowledge. Okay, let's go ahead and steep some knowledge. Now, I got a lot going on today, but I said I was going to do this video. So I didn't have time to make my tea and come on here. Next time, I will have my cup of tea to share with you. But I do have some tea leaves. And I do have one herbal tea that I'm going to show you. Now, I'll have to flip my laptop kind of down to show you because I don't want it to spill out of my little wooden bowl that I put it in to show you the difference. So bear with me as I get this together. Now, you guys, when we talk about tea, and I don't mean this or this, look, I don't even, I told y'all I turned 50, so don't play with me with all these hand signs and tea. We're not doing all that, okay? So what is tea? So what is tea? All right. So again, it comes from a tea plant. There is a whole honey, like these plants behind me. There's a whole tea plant, and all of the leaves on that plant are tea leaves. Now get this, y'all. That plant produces all of the different kinds of teas. It produces the black tea, the white tea, the green tea, the oolong tea, the puree tea. It produces all the teas from that plant. The difference is how it's processed, how the oxidation goes to get you the different flavors and y'all the different strengths. Okay, I got to start looking at the camera. I'm looking because I like never mind. All right. So, how many of you guys knew that there was actually a tea plant that produces all of these different teas? They're all coming from the same plant. It's just the way that they're processed to give you the different flavors and the different strengths. So I think that's so cool. Um, why does tea have caffeine? I was asked this because people get confused like, all right, you have herbs, they come from trees, flowers, bark, all of that, and then you have tea. But tea is a plant, so why is tea different? Why does it have um caffeine? Well, here we go. This plant uses caffeine as a natural defense to the bugs and to stimulate pollination. All right. It's just one of the gifts God gave it to protect itself. So there must be a lot of bugs or, out here that don't care for the caffeine. Now, the pollination, I have to look into it as far as the bees and all of that, but it is a natural defense, okay, from the bugs, and it stimulates pollinators to come by. So caffeine is natural, and it is a natural strategy to save itself, the tea plant. The tea plant uses it to save itself. All right. And so we know that there are a lot of different plants, a lot of different animals. They all have, or insects who have some wild defense mechanisms so that they can survive. The tea plant, this is one of theirs, caffeine. So I thought that was pretty cool. And a lot of people don't know that. So if you did know it, put it in the chat. If you find it interesting, throw a comment in the chat. Let me know. All right. So when we talk about herbal teas, they are so much different than the tea plant, the actual tea leaves, because they are not from the tea plant at all. So herbal teas do not come from the tea plant, but they do come from herbs. They come from flowers, they come from roots, they come from seeds, and they come from fruit peels. All right, all of these make up herbal teas. So anytime you look at an ingredients box, and you don't see like black tea, oolong tea, or anything like written on there, but you see a lot of herbs, you see a lot of flowers, roots, stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, there it's a herbal tea. Now you do find some teas from the tea plant mixed with herbal teas. So you have to be careful if you're someone who can't have caffeine, that you definitely want to read the ingredients to make sure that it's not mixed with tea leaves, to make sure it's a pure herbal tea. So, what constitutes as a herbal tea? We have chamomile, peppermint, hibiscus, um, rooibos, ginger, all of these. All of these are teas, okay? And they're naturally caffeine free. All right. Naturally caffeine free. They have no defense. They don't need the caffeine. They're just out here healing and doing their thing. All right. So, you guys, let's break this up a little bit. Does anyone out here drink tea for energy boosts? Um, or do you drink tea to calm yourself down? Let me know in the comments. When you do go to your tea, why do you make the tea? Is it because the seasons changed? Do you have a health issue? I want to know. I don't know. All right. So, another question I was asked out here in the land as I traveled, trying to find my way back, is is there a decaffeinated tea? Well, this is it. Yes, kind of. There are decaf teas, but most traditional decaffeinated methods use water processing or solvents. So it kind of degrades the tea properties, I would say. But yes, it can be done. Now, can you get it down to zero caffeine? Absolutely not, because it's embedded in the leaves. So it will never be like 100% caffeine free, but you can cut the caffeine. All right. What else did I was getting other questions about? Oh, coffee versus tea. Yes, this was another one. All right. Coffee versus tea. Who wins the caffeine war? What happens when we deal with caffeine and we deal with coffee and tea? Number one, coffee does have more caffeine per cup than tea, but tea reigns in caffeine because it's embedded in in the leaves, right? But here's the twist when it comes to that. Tea often gives like a calmer and steady energy because of the amino acids called L-theanine, okay, which supports focus, relaxation. So when we think about coffee coming out like Rocky Balboa. It's like you're ready to go. You're starting your day, whatever. Few hours later, you knocked out. TKO. Caffeine done won. You dragging. You having a hard time thinking and concentrating. You want to go lay down. Tea is different. It is a smooth operator. So when the caffeine hits, it has a mellow stretching of caffeine throughout the day. So it keeps you focused, keeps you relaxed, and keep you energized throughout the day. It's not coming in harsh and beating you down and then knocking you out. Right? It's going to ride with you. It's that ride or die. It's going to ride with you throughout the day. So if you're someone who needs something like that and you're trying to get off of coffee, you can do like English breakfast. It's a black tea. And matter of fact, when you get a tea um at Starbucks and it's like a different type of tea, like what do I want to say? Like when they're mixing teas and making teas, black tea is really good because you can mix it with milk, cream, all of the fun stuff and come up with different type of teas. So just like you have your frappuccinos, your lattes, you can also do that with black tea and it tastes amazing. So don't sleep on tea and think that you can't get the same benefits as coffee as you can tea. And let me tell you something. If you're someone like me, like I used to work long nights in the ER, I would drink coffee so much. And then I would like take a couple of weeks off and wouldn't have coffee. And the hangover that I would have that would hurt so bad because my body was weaning off the caffeine was ridiculous. So if you don't want to have that problem, definitely pick up some black tea. Doesn't matter what flavor, it could be English breakfast or anything else. I do at Root of Vines have a tea called Just Brew It Up. It has different herbs to make up to it's like a coffee alternate, so it does the same thing as the regular tea, but it's herbal, and it's more rich. I want to say that it has like chicory root in it. It's just more rich when it comes to the tea aspect. So I don't know if you knew that or not. How many of you have gotten those hangovers where you have had the coffee and then it just you couldn't think, you couldn't move, your head is pounding? Let me know in the comments how many of you. Now, next time we're going to talk about caffeine and keeping you up at night, because there are a lot of people who can drink a lot of coffee and go right to sleep. I don't know if the body has just gotten adjusted to it. I don't know if that's healthy, but I'm going to look into that and I want to share that with you guys. Okay, now we're going to talk about the benefits of tea, the tea that comes from the tea plant. Now, the benefits that come from that is focus. All right. It is calm energy, digestive support, which we all need. I know I do. Cellular protection. All right, cellular protection. All right, so these teas are giving some things. They're giving heart and metabolic wellness. Okay, so all of that comes from the tea that comes from the tea plant. Now, when we talk about the benefits of the herbal plant, um, they bring their own type of gifts. And each herb, this is the thing, each herb has a job. Each herb has a job. Now, I just named the benefits for the tea. No matter what tea leaf you use, those benefits are going to come with the tea. Okay. But when we deal with benefits for the herbal tea, this is why we mix teas, why we blend teas, so that they can come together to help whatever ails you, whether it's your mind, your body, or your spirit. So, for chamomile, you would take for relaxation. Okay. That tea is for relaxation. It relaxes you so much, you go to sleep. Now, I don't, you do go to sleep. I wouldn't consider it a sleeping herb, but it does put a lot of people to sleep. Peppermint, soothing digestion, oral health. You can't go wrong with peppermint. And it's relaxing. And it's weird with peppermint because it does give you a certain type of energy. And I don't mean like the go, go, go energy, but it just kind of keeps you uplifted. That type of go. Um, Robos for minerals and gentle nourishment, right? Hibiscus for your heart. Those that have blood pressure issues, hibiscus is the way to go. All right, that is one. Hibiscus and cinnamon. Okay, hibiscus and cinnamon, those two. But there are other herbs that do the same thing. But hibiscus is well known for its blood pressure abilities to help lower the blood pressure. Holy basil, all right, for stress. Let me tell you, if you have not had basil tea, I'm not lying to you. The first time I made me some basil tea, I felt like the tea was talking to me. It was doing something. Soon as I don't know what to, it is amazing just to have basil tea. I just want to say that. If you have not had it, please try it and then come back and tell me what you thought of it. Because I thought it was a magical herb. And it could just be me. Maybe my body just needed that. I'm not sure. Have anyone you taken basil tea? If so, drop in the comments and let me know how you felt when you drank basil tea. It is a powerful tea. Even my husband drank it and he felt a certain way about the basil tea. I think it's a magical herb. I'm just saying. Anyways, you guys, I hope y'all are learning something here, okay? So all teas, no matter if we're coming from the tea plant or the herbal side, they do honor your mind, your body, and your spirit in every season of your life. They are there. They are the gift. And before I end it, I want to show you what tea leaves look like. So I'm going to show you some jasmine tea. All right. So it's green tea, number one. So we know it comes from the tea plant because it's jasmine tea. And I'm going to I told you I had to fold this down. I don't know how to do this any other way. So Here we go. Oh, wait, wait. Here we go. This is jasmine tea, and you can see that it has, let me see if I can get this closer. So it's just dried tea leaves. And then there's some, the little chunks there are just jasmine flowers that are in there that have been dehydrated and put in there. Now, the jasmine flowers, we would consider that to be herbal, but it's mixed with the tea leaves. Okay, so we see that. Now, I want to show you some lavender. This is lavender. As you can see, it looks way different. You don't see leaves, but you see lavender bud flowers right here. So they are purplish and green, and they smell, this lavender smells ridiculous. And if you've never just had lavender tea, you have to try that. I love lavender because you can drink it as a tea. You can put it in your bath. It's just, and you can do art with it. So if you make paper crafts, your own paper or whatever, you can throw this in the water. I don't know if you've seen it where people put the paper in the blender with water and then they make their own, but you can throw some seeds in there, lavender seeds, rose petals, make you some really beautiful paper that have gorgeous smell to it. Okay. Even dyeing paper, a lot of people are out here doing junk journals. You can dye paper to make it look old, and you can put it in tea to do the same thing, but it will come out with, instead of, I know people do it with coffee, but it'll come out with like a lavender smell, a rose smell, whatever tea you use. That jasmine, you want your papers to smell like jasmine? There you have it. So, you can use it in your art. You can use tea for your face. Calendula tea is great for anybody who has like eczema, psoriasis. I boil it like a big thing of calendula. And when I take my bath, I pour it in there because it's skin health. Skin, you got to protect your skin, and calendula is good for that. You can wash your face with it. It's just, teas give a lot. They just give, give, and give. And so, one thing I would say is when you make a cup of tea, thank the herb that is giving you the benefit, okay? Because water has memory, and then you have tea who is giving. So you want to thank and say affirmations over your tea, and always thank your herbs, as just in the ancient times as well. Some tribes would thank the animal for giving up their life so that they may eat. The same thing with the herb. You do the same thing with the herb. Doesn't the Bible say that God gave the herb for meat for us to eat? So same thing. You're going to thank the herb for giving up its properties to help you in whatever is ailing you. Okay. So I just wanted to put that in there. So final questions here. So I want to ask, do you reach for herbal blends when you need grounding, or when you want healing before bed? Like, what do you reach for if you're a tea drinker? What do you reach for at night, right? And how many of you have blended your own herbs? How many of you are already out here knowing about herbal teas, knowing about teas, and you're out here being the alchemist that you are? I need to know. Please drop it in the comments. And oh, let me know if you know of different herbs, or your favorite herb, or your go to herb, because I love to talk to people about what they know about tea. When we do our pop up shops, the first thing I ask when they come to the store, what is your favorite tea? Because I have had some interesting answers, to the point that I come home and I look up things, and see different blends, and people sometimes they come to me and they say, look, I'm dealing with this. Do you have a tea that deals with that? And most of my blended teas that I have come from someone asking for help. I come back home and I blend the tea, and boom, we're there. All right. So yeah, just drop a line and let me know. And also let me know if this is the type of stuff that you would like to know more about when it comes to tea, when it comes to herbs. Like I said, this is a basic video, just kind of a 101 from people who have asked me questions, who are not in the tea or the herbal world, or the holistic space at all. Okay. So understand, my friends, that tea is more than a beverage. It is a moment of presence. It reminds us really to slow down, to breathe, and to come home where? Back to ourselves, one sip at a time. That is what it's about. So, you guys, if you found this video helpful, like the video, please. Subscribe, and y'all hit that bell wherever that bell may be. I don't know where the bell is, but hit the bell so you don't miss our next talk. And there will be a next talk. I know. I said I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know what else you want me to say. I said I'm sorry. I am sorry. And if you want to explore more handcrafted blends made with intention and soul, please visit My Rooted Vines, rootedvines.com. And remember, you guys, your peace is sacred. Your dreams are sacred. And so are you. So I will see you in the next cup, loves. All right. Bye.